Good morning, Year 5. We're back again. Yesterday we were dividing by 10. Today our skill is to divide by 100. So we'll be using similar skills that we used yesterday, and we'll talk through that a little bit later on. Your first challenge is to complete today's arithmetic, so you've got plenty of time to work through bronze, silver and gold. If you do want to put yourself on a timer, you can do. I'm going to, or you can pause the video now, and then I'll give you the answers when you're finished. Okay. Okay, so we're back again. So let's start with our bronze challenge, and I will just read out the answers for you. So it starts with 8 times 3 equals 24. Then we have 36. We have 9, 11, 27, 3, 12, 21, 10, and 9. And then we have our silver challenge, where we're recombining those numbers, and the first one is 93,476. We have 34,769, 47,693, 76,934, 69,347, 74,396, 43,967, 39,674, 96,743, 37,946. And then for the gold challenge, we're multiplying by 10, 100 and 1,000. And the first one is 560. We've got 5,600, 56,000, 5,600, 560, and it was multiplied by 10 and then multiplied by 1,000. Okay, so well done for completing your first task. So let's have a look. We're going to do a bit of a recap. We're going to use a visual representation. So what I'd like you to do is have a look at the calculations that we've got. There are 4 calculations: 50 divided by 10, 70 divided by 10, 40 divided by 10, and 60 divided by 10. So think about what we did yesterday, and I want you to spend a little time just seeing if you can match them to the visuals on the other side. Okay, so you might want to write them down, try and order them. So have a little look. You might want to pause the video, so pause now. Okay, so hopefully you remember that when we're dividing by 10, that the digits should move one place value column to the right. So 50 divided by 10 is 5, and 70 divided by 10 will become 7, and 40 divided by 10 will be the top one, which is 4, and 60 divided by 10 is 6. Okay. And there we have our answers. So let's have a little look. Simon here, he has £1. Now he's been told he has to share it equally between 100 people. Is this possible? Have a little think. If there's someone there with you, you can discuss that with them. Is it possible to share it equally between 100 people? So here's Simon's pound coin, and here are the 1p coins. So how many coins would each person get? So £1 is the same as how many pennies? Okay, so £1 is the same as 100 pennies. How much would each person get? So each person should get 1p. But what if he had £2? Would each person get the same amount, or would this change? Okay, so what do you think? If he had £2. So each person, if we divided £2 by 100, each person would get 2p. Okay. So let's have a look at what we already know from multiplying by 10, 100 and 1,000. So if we're multiplying, we move one space to the left for 10. If we're multiplying by 100, it's 2 spaces. And if we're multiplying by 1,000, it's 3 spaces. And I know in class we did discuss the little pattern there with the zeros. That's there to help us. So I wonder if we can use the same pattern for division. So let's have a quick look. If we divide by 10, we move one space to the right. Okay, so using this information, can you predict what would go in the last 2 boxes? What do you think? Just check to see if your prediction was right. So, if we divide by 100, it's 2 spaces to the right. If we divide by 1,000, it's 3 spaces to the right. Okay, the pattern is the same. However many zeros are in the number you are dividing by is the number of places the digits move to the right. Here's another little tip just to help you remember that. So if you remember that L, so L is for left, is to the left of M in the alphabet, it may help you to remember which way to move the digits. So there's the alphabet. Left L is for multiplication, to multiply. As we're dividing by 100, we need to remember that we are moving digits, places to the number we'll get, times something. So I wonder if you could just have a go at filling out those blanks. So have a think about that, and you can say it out aloud. So we can say it together. As we're dividing by 100, we need to remember that we are moving digits 2 places to the right. The number we'll get 100 times smaller. Okay, so you need to know that. Let's have a look at an example. So here we've got our place value grid, and for today's lesson, if it helps you to draw out your own place value grid, then please do. Okay, so here we're dealing with the thousands, the hundreds, the tens, ones. We've also got the decimal point and the tenths. Okay. So what will the new number be when we divide it by 100? Now remember the rule, each digit has to move one, is it 1 place or 2 places? How can we tell? When we divide by 100, we need to look at the zeros. So there are 2 zeros, so we're going to move each digit 2 places to the right. And our new number should be 23.0. Okay, so remember the 0 doesn't have a value in this case, so our answer could just be 23. Okay, and it's become 100 times smaller. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is have a go at working out the following calculations. So we've got 2,800 divided by 100, 3,800 divided by 100, we've got 9,900 divided by 100, we've got 1,600 divided by 100, we have got 2,200 divided by 100, and we've got 7,500 divided by 100. Okay, so the answers you need to put at the end of the number sentences for the first 3, and for the second column of calculations, you need to start with the number. Once you've done that, have a go at balancing these calculations. Okay, so if you pause the video, work through those on a piece of paper, and then we'll check the answers in a moment. Okay, remember the rules. So pause the video. Okay, so let's have a look at the answers, and you can mark your own. So for the first one, it was 28. Okay, 2,800, move the digits 2 places to the right, becomes 28. And there we don't have 28.00 because the zeros in this case after the decimal point don't have any value. Okay, so we've got 38, we've got 99, and then our starting numbers for this calculation, we've got 16 is the same as 1,600 divided by 100. 22 is the same as 2,200 divided by 100. And 75 is the same as 7,500 divided by 100. Okay, now to balance these equations, you needed to make them have the same value on both sides. Okay, so we'll work through those. 2,800 divided by 10, you're moving those digits 1 place to the right this time, and that would match your 28,000 divided by 100. So the other answers are 36,000, 100, and the last one, we've got a multiplication here, is 29. Okay, so 29 times 10 is the same as 2,900 divided by 10. So quite tricky, those ones. Well done if you got them correct. Okay, so yesterday we learned that 120 divided by 10 is the same as 12, and that is the same as 120 divided by 12 is 10. So we worked out some related number facts. Okay, so 12 times 10 is the same as 120, and that is the same as 10 times 12, which is also 120. So we remember that multiplication can be done in any order, but division can't. But we can still generate some related facts. So I want you to have a look at this example. So if we know that 12 times 10 is, what could that be? Have a little think. 12 times 10 is 120. Then we can work out that 10 times something is 120. So we're going to use the numbers that we've got already. So the missing number there should be 12. Okay, and now we're left with something divided by 10 equals something. So we're going to start with the highest value number first. So the highest value number is going to be 120 divided by 10. We're using the same numbers here, and the answer there should be 12. Then we're going to start again with the same highest value number, and 120. So what would we put in the next box? So we've got a related fact. Let's have a look. Hopefully you've said 12, and that should equal, or does equal, 10. Okay, good. Right, so let's move on. Now, your questions for today are going to be underneath the video, so you'll need to open them up. The questions do have the answers with them, so if you're with an adult, okay, remove the answers so you don't just go through those first. You need to show any working out. You can use your paper or a whiteboard. So really concentrate, choose your level of challenge, have a go and mark your own. And a final thought this is a problem for the end once you've done all of your challenges. A number divided by 100 equals this. Okay, Aaron thinks the calculation must be 520 divided by 100 equals 52. Is he correct? Prove it. Okay, so this is one of our blue questions, so it's a reasoning question. So can you show a calculation, okay, and your answer? And we'll see you again tomorrow, hopefully back at school. Okay, cheerio, Year 5.